Over the years of our work telling stories, we've developed sets of questions we ask about our characters to create space in which we make discoveries about them. These questions are not a formula. They're reminders to ask our characters for their secrets and to listen closely as they make themselves known to us. One of these sets of questions we like to ask about every character, especially our protagonist, we call the hero questions. Drawing on TV writer Bill Idleson's classic definition of a story as a hero's struggle against an obstacle to reach a goal, we start by asking, what does the hero want? That's often something external and concrete, like surviving the sinking of Titanic or destroying a ring in the fires of Mount Doom. Next, because the best stories often have a character taking a meaningful inner journey, we ask, how does the character need to grow and change? This is usually something internal. We think about what emotional agony the hero is suffering, or what lie the hero believes, or what addiction has the hero in its grips, what fear or weakness or wound or flaw must this character overcome. All of that falls under that heading of how does the hero or how does the character need to grow and change. And because we want our audiences to care about our characters and invest themselves emotionally in what happens to them, we ask, what are we rooting for in relation to the character? In other words, what do we hope happens? Or what do we hope doesn't happen? Then we ask, why do we root for this character? How is this character like us? Often this is because of their flaws, which we relate to because we have those flaws, or their quirks. Often they have some bit of nobility, even if they're not a saintly character. There may be some genius in this character, and genius comes in many forms. It isn't just extraordinarily high IQ. Forrest Gump's genius was his innocence and his devoted love to Jenny. He told us that he might not be a smart man, but he knows what love is. So that was his genius. And I want to find what is the superpower of each of my characters. I also think about their drive. What is that motor inside of them that is always moving them in a single direction? Or I think about their pain. And it is their flaws, quirks, nobility, genius, drive, pain, all of that that allows us to relate to them and root for them. And then I want to find the stakes of the external journey as they relate to a character. So I ask, what terrible thing will happen if this character doesn't get what they want? Similarly, I want to find the stakes of the inner journey. So I ask, what terrible thing will happen if they don't grow and change in the way they need to? Then we'll ask, what is the hero's initial plan to reach their goal? Next, we'll ask, what are the major obstacles that stand in the way of the hero reaching the goal? We go on to ask, why does the hero's initial plan fail? And we ask that because if at first you don't succeed, you've got a much more interesting story on your hands. We ask what events will happen to our hero that will force them to grow and change. Next, we'll ask, what is the hero's last desperate plan? And why will it require growth? And why will it succeed or fail? You can adapt these questions for characters other than the hero. These aren't the only questions we ask about characters. In our book, The Defining Moment, we provide other questions we ask and strategies we use to help us understand and build our characters. The richest and most powerful of these strategies, defining moments, we'll walk you through in the next session.